Okay, fencing afternoon today. So I'm gonna just going out in the field with me specially dipped half round fencing stakes. You might have seen a video I did the other day about fencing stakes. I buy the creosoted round ones, and the half rounds I can't get creosoted, so I dip those in engine oil. So I'm just gonna get those out of the wheelie bin, put a few of the fresh ones in ready to dip in, and then we'll crack on. Here we go, here's my two specialist wheelie bins. So these are the untreated, going in. Look at that beauty. It's like dipping a pen in ink, isn't it? I'm getting a bit low on oil there, I think. Right, in they go. These are the ones, here's some I did earlier, as they say. Here's the dipped ones. So we're going to take those down. I put them in there to drain. There's a bit of oil in the bottom of there. Right, I'm going to need about 3 of those. Bit heavy. Well, hey-ya, hey-ya, ho, hey-ya, hey-ya, ho, hey-ya, woo, Kylie Minogue, baton point, hey-ya, yeah, hey-ya, hey-ya, ho. Anyway, after those advert breaks, we're back to work. Right, anyway, it wouldn't be the same without any nuttiness, would it? Right, so what we got here, we got a fence, look at, ooh, look at that. I suspect if I push that over, that would snap. Right, that one's loose. That one's not so bad, I think. So, bit of a cheat here, people. Let me show you the cheat I did yesterday. I started doing the cheat. So basically it's a fence connecting, dividing what we call the top orchard, where we've got the young trees, and John's bee hive over there, with the bottom orchard. The bottom orchard isn't really much of an orchard anymore. So when I was a kid, it was covered in trees. They've nearly all gone. Look at the old Morgan Sweet there. Very sad. That's died other year. I'll be cutting that up for firewood at some point. There's 2 trees left, one over on its side there, and 1 pair down the bottom left from the original orchard from 1838. There's a new Morgan Sweet planted in memory of my dad there, which is a graft off of the old Morgan Sweet there. So lucky we did it in time. But anyway, this dividing fence just means that we can corral the young cattle or bulling cow or dry cow in this bit, rather than having to go and get it all the way from there. It's always been a fence as long as I can remember, and you kind of think it'd be easy to have a hedge here really, but once you've got a fence, it's like, you know what, I can't bother to take it out. So anyway, it's got very wobbly. So, because these have all rotted off, like they're prone to, on there. So what I've done, I've cheated. I've come along and I put a new stake in between the rails just to brace it. Now I can't keep doing that forever, otherwise we're going to end up with a stake there between the stake. It'll just be a wall of stakes eventually, but I'll get away with it for a bit longer. Cool, I can hear someone shouting for their dog. Can you hear that? Someone's lost their dog over there. Oh, they could be there a long time. We're getting a dog next year. Right, so so those are in. These are okay. That one's there. That one's there. Must be a nightmare losing your dog. This one, I'll leave that for now. There's a bigger job to deal with, new stake, new rails there. So, back along here, let's have a look. Can I get away with, what can I get away with, Morden? That's not too bad. I think needs a new nail on there. That one's gone off. Stake there. Stake there. Oh, all this talk of steaks making me hungry. Two stakes corner. That is me actually. If any of you watch my videos, two steaks corner. I do like a steak. I did eat two steaks. We're gonna do make it meaty Monday in January, as opposed to all those vegans muttering on about their veggie things. I'm gonna go fully on meat. Remember last year I ate vegan stuff. Sod that this year. January we're gonna do make it meaty Monday. I'm gonna be eating meat every Monday and cooking for you guys. We're gonna have some steaks, roast dinners, everything like that. Anyway, we'll talk about that nearer the time. Right, so where do I need to, that one's not too bad. I reckon if I put one in there, one there, two along here, another Morgan Sweet. Okay, let's crack on. I got my bar. Let's start by making some, ooh, got it stuck in the ground. I'm having ready, Brett. Let's start by doing a couple of bar holes there. Okay, another one along here. Right, don't need that bar now. So I'm going to, let me just adjust my camera a little bit. Not exact science, so I'm going to put my specially prepared. Ooh. The round ones I'm buying, like I said before, they're soaked in creosote, which is actually a derivative of oil anyway. I've just skipped out the creosote and soaked them in natural engine oil. This is old manky engine oil, which is no good for anything, and I'm recycling it onto these steaks. Now some people might say, oh, it's ground contamination, but the marginal amount of oil that is going to seep out from the air into the soil isn't going to be anything to worth worrying about. So I'm going to stick these in the holes and then we'll whack them in. Okay, now's the time for the old bad boy, the bad boy. Somewhere on here it should say what this is weight wise. No, that's an N. Oh, here we are. I always forget, 14 pounds. Can you see that on there? It's a 14 pounder. Now you don't want that dropped on your toe, but drop it on a steak will be fine. Come on, poachers! Oh, it's twisted. I got a bit of a twisted sister on that. Let's do the other one. I think I'm going to have to cut the tops off with a chainsaw at the end to make it tidy, but I might not do that today. Let's have a look at this one. Twisted sister. One-handed. Right then. Oh. Okay, I do need a post rammer. Okay, it's just to start it off, mine that is. Physical activity is good for you, isn't it? That's why I don't go down the gym. I look at this twisted one. What am I going to do with that? Leave it twisted, I think, is the answer. You ready? You ready? wish I had 10p I could put on there and see how squidged I can make it. Ready? Okay, you know me with my channel. You get the mistakes as well as the good bits. So this stake is twisted round, but I think I'd be okay. Let's have a look. Look at that. I don't know, who can I blame? Who can I blame for that? I blame Brexit. I blame Brexit for that. That is a Brexit situation. This is something they didn't tell you about when Brexit came in the fact that, I'm just getting my nails, in the fact that when, after Brexit, all posts that you put in, because they don't conform to EU regs anymore, won't be straight. Well, not all of them, half of them. And this is something we'll have to deal with. I think Boris Johnson didn't explain the consequences of Brexit to the post-driving fraternity. So we'll have to deal with that in the future. But I'm sure we'll find a way around it. Maybe some tariffs or something, I'm not sure. We'll have a discussion on that at a later date. Right, I've got to get some nails in now. Okay, I forgot to mention, this is post-Brexit. Get it? Post-Brexit. Okay. Right. Whacking the nail in, even though it's twisted, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter because no one's going to see this except all my subscribers, so sorry about that. Last foot, last post, the last post. Hitting a poacher's head, I'm hitting a poacher's head, I'm hitting a poacher's head, I'm hitting a poacher's head. No, I'm not. Oh. Getting my nails out. I seem to be having some loopy moments today. You got a... Is it me or am I getting a bit more loopy as I get older? I don't know. Maybe it's confidence of old age that people just, you don't care what people think of you. Hitting a poacher's head, hitting a poacher's head, hitting a poacher's head. Oh. Last one, hitting a poacher's head. Hitting a poacher's head, hitting a poacher's head. Oh, I feel better for that. Everyone should have something they can take their aggression out of. Not that I recommend aggression. Right. So I got that last one to do. I'm going to whack that in a minute. I won't film that. I'm just going to get... I don't know whether to cut the tops off these or not. I quite like them when they're sticking up. What do you think? What do you think? Should I bother cutting these off level with that? Well, these look more messy, don't they? Yeah, I could just take the top off an inch. Do you know what? It's funny, isn't it? These little things don't really matter, do they? Who's going to see it? Who's going to see that? I will. I will, and I'll spend the rest of my time coming down here going, I wish I'd cut the tops off there. So I'm going to go and get a chainsaw in a minute. I've got one more stake to put in. I'm going to get a chainsaw and finish off with just cutting those off, alright? And we'll have a quick look at the beehive as well, see how that's doing behind us, alright? I'll be back. Back again, masked up. I'd rather wear this mask than those face masks. Right, so I got my little chainsaw. Just going to take off the tops of those stakes. That's assuming I can start this thing, because it hasn't been started for ages. That's good. That's it then. I'm done. That is that little bit of fencing done. That's the sort of 10 minutes jobs. 10 minutes, and it took me half an hour to get all this down here and everything. That's the sort of jobs that you don't sort of see really on the farm, isn't it? Everyone thinks it's just farming, doing milking cows and driving tractors, but it's all these little maintenance jobs that take a bit of time. Another afternoon gone before I go back to milking. Got to be done, but to be honest, I really enjoy, I'm shouting now because I've got this on here. I really enjoy these sort of little jobs. You know, it keeps you active, it's not too much of a trial, and woo! Anyway, let's go. I finished now, so I'm heading back to the milking parlour. We'll have a quick look at John's bees and then we're finished. There we go, there's John's bees. I think they're sealed up for the winter now. I think he's got a little vent holes on the side, just in there. Can we see that? I'm not sure, actually I'm not sure that's completely sealed for vent, or whether that's just a vent, or whether they can still come and go, but they're not, there's no activity there. You see he's got that stick across. I'll have to ask him. I forgot what he said. We fed them a while back with that icing, but I think they're probably sealed in now, and that might be just for ventilation. And we'll be looking at that in the spring. Right, that's it. That's another little feature done. I'll be getting back to milking parlour now. I can hear the neighbour's digger behind me. Not sure what he's doing over there. Can you see it? Just there. He's got his digger out. I better not film him, I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, right, crack on, see you later. I'm just walking back. I just noticed we got a good lot of mistletoe appearing on the trees. There's some up there. Let's go along here. Didn't notice that on the way because I was thinking about the bees. Look, that's good news. Look at that. Can you see the berries on there? Coming up for Christmas. There it is. Oh, it's not focusing very well on that. Can you see that? There we go. So there's some mistletoe on here. There's quite a lot on here on this tree. Oh, look at this beauty. Look. And up there. Well, that's good news, because that tree there was our mistletoe tree and that's just gone. So good news is we've got another mistletoe tree. Anyway, I better pick these blocks up and then I'm out of here.